Hello everybody, this is Alan Brown again, and this is RCW Lightning Edition Tips and Tricks Part 2. I want to first of all thank all you guys that gave me some feedback on the first video. I got some pretty decent ideas and things that you guys wanted to would like to see. And before I get started, the first thing I want to do is mention that some people apparently did not get the second version of RCW, that is this current version, RCW Lightning Edition. What we did was on June the 17th, when this was launched, we sent out an email to all our existing customers telling them how to upgrade, and apparently some people didn't get that email. Oops, that's my fault, and I apologize for that. So what I've done is, and I just found out when I sent out the first video that these people were out there. So of course the update is free to everybody, so what I'm going to do is in the email, you will probably have already seen, I will have a link in there on how to get yourself upgraded to RCW Lightning. It's very easy to do. If there's any problems, of course, you may email me and just let me know, or my support center, and we will make sure that we get you set up. Okay, so I just wanted to apologize for that and let you know that you will get that update for free. No problems with that, and all apologies. Okay, so we'll get that's out of the way. Why don't we kind of get started here? What I would like to talk about tonight is something that was missing, I think, on the very first, on the training videos that I meant to do, and we just didn't have time to do it. And that's to talk about PLR. Now, what is PLR? PLR is called private label rights, and what it is content that's made available in either a text form or PDF about various topics and various niches. So if you go out and onto the internet and you just Google PLR, you will find all kinds of places that offer it, and it will have things like I don't know, like you know, cat training or dog training, right? And there'll be articles. You might some articles that are written on dog training already for you. They've already got the content is already there. And what it does is that because it's private label rights, it allows you to take that content and do whatever you want with it. In other words, you can take it and rewrite it. You can post it on your website. You can rebrand it with your own name. You can do just all kinds of things. You can combine it with other PLR articles. You can add things to it, anything you want. Some of them do have restrictions on it. I try to stay away from most of those because honestly, if you look hard enough, generally speaking, you can find PLR that will let you do everything you want. So that's kind of just what I wanted to mention to you here. The first thing I want to do, and I apologize if those of you who understand PLR and what it is all about, you can tune out for a second here if you like. But what I'm going to do is, for those of you who don't, I'm going to show you where to get PLR to start with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my favorite site for PLR articles. It's called masterresellerights.com. I'm going to click on here. And you're going to go out to this website, and it's got Reseller Superstore. So as you can see, it's got tons of stuff, really. It's got PLR business, marketing, personal niches, webmastering, all kinds of stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by clicking on these personal niches. And then I'm going to go over here, and as you can see, there's many different categories for these personal niches. And I'm going to pick hobbies, just because I need to pick something. You can pick any one of these you like. I'm going to pick hobbies, and then I'm going to go over to fishing, because I just like fishing, and it seems like a good logical place to go for me. You can pick anything you want. Okay, so if you come down here, you see that there's all these PLR articles down here. And they contain a lot of different things, So, for example, I want to click on, I'm big on bass fishing, and it says 101 PLR. What that means is it's got 101 articles on bass fishing. Okay, And it's only, as you can see, the price is super reasonable. $3.39. And that 300, that would be something a little bit out of my league. So anyhow, here we go. I'm going to bring this up, and as you can see here, it's Bass Fishing 101, and you know, you've got all these different things on here. It says it's got a file size, it's got PDFs, MS Word documents, it's got a download page, all kinds of neat things on here. An order, it's even got an order button, a sales page, included articles 50 in text format, and it's got, doesn't have press releases, and that's okay. It's got Google AdWords in there, all kinds of neat things. And then here you come down here, and then here's a summary of what is actually in here, what these articles contain. And you come finally down to the bottom here, and this is what you really want to look at, is the distribution rights. And as you can see here, it says sell private label rights, you can sell master rights, you can edit, alter the sales material, you can break down the articles, you can package them with their products, you can sell at auction sites, you can give them away. This, you can do anything you want. This is what you want to see. So I'm real happy with that, and so I've already, you can add this to your cart, and then you can just purchase it and download it, and you're off to the races. So what I've done is I've actually already done this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here, and I didn't have this already up, so I'm going to have to remember where I put it, and that can be a challenge sometimes. But let me go there and dig through to all my folders and other things, and there we go, Bass Fishing and Bass 101, and then now as you can see, this is what it looks like when you download it. Let me just go back here and show you quickly. You go to Bass Fishing, Bass 101. Yeah, I mean, it's got all these different, this is what's inside the package that you get. So here you can see there's PDFs, and then there's all these zips in here for articles. And what I did is I just unzipped this one here that says articles. There's an e-course and keywords and all kinds of other neat things in here. I'm not going to go over that right now. I'm just interested right now in the articles. So here we have the articles. So this is, here you go. Here's, you know, a whole bunch of different bass fishing articles all ready to go. Now if you click on these, you can see they're, we should do the word wrap, shouldn't I? You can see there they are. They're all there. They have, they don't have any graphics or anything else in them or HTML. They're just straight text articles. Okay, so I want to make use of this in RCW. This is, I think this is really, really useful. So there's a couple of things we can do here. One is that we could set up a campaign and actually point to this folder, and then have it every time it posts in the background on the schedules, when it posts in RCW, it will then pick a random article and post it to your blog. Now that's all fine and dandy, except, as you know, these articles are, you know, they have a fixed amount of content in here. They're static, so that if you keep posting these over and over again, you might get flagged by Google because of doing this over and over. So you don't want to do that. What you can do, of course, in RCW is you could add images and other things to this. You know, I'm sorry, YouTube videos and you know, other things, and that would be really cool. And then, of course, you can spin this and everything else too, so that the content would seem unique. It all depends on whether you're doing Tier 1 or Tier 2. Okay, so let's go over here, and first thing I'm going to do is I am going to get one of my PLR articles. So let's just pick one here. I don't care which one it is. Maybe they're talking about fishing lures. Okay, let's pick fishing lures. Okay, great. So as you can see, all I did was I just opened it up and went to the folder, and it brought it immediately into the editor, And here we go, we have our thing. Now, one of the things I notice here is that it has some kind of character. It's probably because of the encoding. I'm not sure why it's in here like this, but if you want to get rid of this, all you have to do is highlight this, go to Find and Replace, and you see it says Text to Find, and it says Replace With. So I just leave that blank because it's going to replace it with nothing, and I just say Replace All, hit Replace All. It says 5 replacements made, and that is all gone. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay? Actually, I think it probably should have changed it to a quotation mark, but anyways, that's it. Okay, so now what I can do is I have a couple of choices here. I can either I can combine this with other PLR articles, or I can add my own stuff to it. So, you know, I could go up here and just go bass fishing, right? And then I could click on thumbnails, and this takes a minute, so I'm just going to pause the video while this happens, okay? And where is that? Okay, that's done, and let's move on. Let's go here, and I'm going to pick one of these out. This is what I do. This is a thumbnail, so I don't know. I'll pick, you know, maybe something like this, and there's our thumbnail. And then I'm going to do the same thing with Pixabay. I'll pick a Pixabay image. That looks like a nice image right there of a bass, and we'll put that right in there. And then we'll put a YouTube video maybe as well. How's that? And then we'll put a YouTube video in here. And there we, how about maybe this one right here? I don't know what it is, but it looks good. Okay, and we've got a video in here. Okay, so we have roughly an 800-word article with contains everything in it. So this actually, by doing this, we've made this a little bit more unique by adding these in here. And so we've changed it a bit. Since this is PLR and it can be bought by many different people, I would recommend that you go through this and change some of this wording around. I'm not going to do it right now, but with any PLR that you're going to rebrand and resell yourself, please read it through and make sure that it makes, first of all, it makes sense, and then if you see anything in here that you want to change it around a little bit for yourself. If you're going to be using this on your tier 1 on your money site, you want to do that, okay? If you're going to use it on your tier 2 sites, which means you're linking to it, and you don't care if it's getting ranked or not, or Google finds out about it, you know, you can use the spinner on this, and that's fine if you want to do that. But anyhow, for our purposes, all we wanted to do was just add some material to this, and I'm going to save this out to a text file. And I have another little folder I just created here called New Bass PLR, and I'm just going to call this one fishinglures.txt, okay? And I'll just save it out here. Okay, so what have we done? So now we just have a new article out here based on content that we got for like $3. We have 50 articles. We could take all 50 articles and we can do this and stick them out there. And that's one method that we can do this. The other method would be to, and this has been asked a lot of people, is if I could combine this with other PLR articles that I have out there. Now, unfortunately, RCW doesn't have a way to insert additional articles into this content with doing it. That's something I'm going to put on the list because I think that's probably a good idea to be able to just click insert, be able to insert another article in here. Can't do that currently, but there is a workaround. The workaround is just come over here to your other articles, and maybe there's another one right here, or anything else that you have going, any other articles you might have, and just double click on these, and then maybe select it, right, and then copy that, and then just paste it in here. Okay, and now you have more content in here. And then what you can do is you can go through this, or you don't even have to do it that way. I mean, you could just select the articles that you like, or the paragraphs that you like in here, and just put, you know, cut and paste them in here. And then, you know, and then mix them around a bit, you know, move the order of the paragraphs around a little bit, and you've got a really good looking piece of content here that you can rebrand and sell as your own PLR information or as your own blog. Anyhow, so that's just another way of doing it that I wanted to show you. Now once that's done, you might be asking, okay, great, it's all here. What do we do with this? Well, there's a couple things we can do. One is we can go to the campaigns, and I already have one here called set up called Bass Fishing. And then what I want to do is I want to be able to go to the location where those, I want to go to this location here, which is where the new Bass Peeler articles are, right? So all I need to do, this is a Windows 7 machine. I think this works on Windows 8. You just click on here and then copy and paste, get rid of that. And where it says down here, it says we're going to post to a random content from the folder. You want to check this box. You can see if normally it isn't checked. You want to check this box. There is a title in here, so I want to grab the title from the first line. And then I want to just cut and paste this here. And what that does is now you have it, that's telling RCW where to go and get the content from. So it's going to select a random article from that folder every time it posts, okay? And I'm just going to have a normal one per day, one recommended. It's going to be a post. You could spin it if you wanted to. I'm not going to spin it for time. It's laser targeted, doesn't really mean anything. Images don't mean anything because we've already selected those and put those in here. I'll have a website in here. I know it says dog training, but this is just for testing purposes. Please just accept the fact that this is dog training and not bass fishing, which it should be. And then if you go to the rest of these settings, let me see, is that it? Okay, and then we can go over here, the rest of the settings. I don't have Facebook, no article builder. Content doesn't really matter, we already have the content. Layout, you know, I might want to put an Amazon on here. You can put this up to 100 and it will insert an Amazon a product on here at the end of it. These three, unfortunately, the article, image, and YouTube, this is something I'm going to consider enhancing. It will not insert these because you already have them. It already assumes that you do. I might consider changing in the future that if you put this up here, it will actually just insert these into those articles for you. And that would be easy enough for me to do, but I don't have that right now. But right now you can't, it will insert Amazon, so put that there. Special settings, we don't really need anything at this point. And then we have the footer. I talked about the footer before. We're going to leave that blank this time. So I'm going to save the campaign. And wait for this to save. And there we go. That's done. And then I'm going to go over to the scheduler. And there we go. We have bass fishing. Okay. So under dog training, I know. Don't complain about my dog training. Anyways, we'll post this now and see what happens. Okay, I'm going to pause the video while this is going on. Okie doke, I am back. So the posting has now completed, and as you can see, it's been successful. So let's go take a look at our article and see what happened here. So I'm going to go over to this website. This is my little test site that we posted on called Products for Success. And this is an article that just got posted. And as you can see, it's got an image, and it's got a lot of content, and it looks like a ClickBank a ClickBank offer here, and then down here is an Amazon offer. And now a lot of you are probably going, wait a minute now, and wait, how come there's this ClickBank? I didn't put any ClickBank in there. And that's true. That's true. I didn't put a ClickBank in there. So if I go back and take a look at the folder where I put my content, you can see there were 3 articles in here. Okay, the one we put in was fishing lures. This one is titled, what's it titled? Keep in touch with bass fishing reports. Okay, so it picked a different article, and that's what it does. Every time it runs, it's going to pick a random one of these. Okay, so I'm not sure which one it picked. Let me see. Keeping in touch with bass fishing reports. And Keeping, I guess they have the same title. I guess I use the same thing. But let me go down this one. This one here doesn't appear to have anything from ClickBank. And I'll go to this one. And, well, there it is right down here. You can see there's a RCW, CBank. This is short code, but this is the ClickBank offer. So, and then, of course, you don't see the Amazon offer in here, but that's because when it posted it actually inserted it. RCW inserted that into the article when it posted. Okay, so that's what it did. But it will, next time it'll maybe pick a different art. Maybe it'll pick the one that we put in there. But I just wanted to show you, you can build up a whole folder full of these articles, you know, that you can just take from this PLR that I bought for like $3. All the content is here. You can do whatever you want. You can make this into, think about this. I mean, you could take all of these and really spice these up, make them look nice, and then put them on a fishing membership site, right? And then you can sell memberships to people. They come in, and then you can feed these through your autoresponder, your email autoresponder to your customers. And you know, this is useful information to them. So they might be willing to pay for a membership, you know, $20 a month or whatever, 19, whatever you want to charge, you know, for this content. And then, you know, you just have people come in, and or you can make some of these as opt-in gifts of some sort. All sorts of possibilities here. And then, of course, if you just want to use this for SEO purposes, well, you've got a whole line of them here. You know, you can just flick on the spinner, and then just have that go to your tier 2, your feeder sites that link to your main site, and then just feed the content in there, and that will add to your SEO and to your site. So anyways, I've gone far enough. I've talked a lot here. I could talk a lot more, but this is the basics, and I hope this information is useful to you. And I meant to put this on when we did the traditional training, but I hope that and I'm putting it on now. I hope you can make use of this now. So thanks again. I hope to have maybe another video come out in a few days. So again, thank you very much for your feedback. Talk to you again soon. Thank you.